Big Blue Nation, happy Juneteenth. You might hear there are some sounds in the background. Those are fireworks going off. It is Juneteenth. I am happy. I'm happy American, obviously. But there doesn't seem to be a country full of happy Americans. Color me surprised to find out that not everyone is happy that there is a Juneteenth, that Juneteenth even exists. I was flabbergasted. After all, like, why would you be upset at something that doesn't affect you negatively, right? Like who's going to be mad at another national holiday? I can't figure it out. And some of you might be asking yourselves, well, what does this have to do with the New York Giants? Aha, that is the best question. And I'm going to tell you, I'm Coach Gene Clemons, and I have a giant issue. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of A Giant Issue. I am Coach Gene Clemons, New York Giants on the SI. That is where you get all of your New York Giants news and information from. Right now, we are plowing through our 90-man roster player profiles, and you're going to start seeing more of those player profiles that come directly from me. You're going to see videos right here on the New York Giants on SI YouTube channel that are from me. Don't think that I've all of a sudden changed the format of A Giant Issue. Those little small vignettes are only specific to that player that I'm talking about in the article. Check those out. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun doing it, and the New York Giants on SI staff does a great job of putting those together. Lots of content coming as we close out June, get ready to go into July. Man, June went by in a flash. I mean, it's here, and we're already on the back third of June. And obviously it's Juneteenth, right? So with Juneteenth, the celebration, and I get it, it's a new holiday. There are people who may still have questions, but I always try to lead with love. I try to lead with understanding, or at least trying to gain more understanding. So color me crazy when I started seeing on the New York Giants Twitter page, or excuse me, X, the New York Giants X page, that they had a Juneteenth post, and it wasn't the Juneteenth post that really had me like taken aback. I thought it was a great gesture. I want to read it for you. It says, Juneteenth, celebrate freedom. The New York Giants are observing Juneteenth, a holiday that commemorates the end of slavery in the United States. As we work to bring sustained change within our communities, the Giants stand committed to make a positive impact. Inspire Change is the NFL's social justice initiative aimed at reducing barriers to opportunity, particularly in communities of color. This is how the New York Giants are inspiring change. Nothing crazy, right? Nothing that would make people lose their mind. They even went as far as to follow those up with various posts that they made showing some of the initiatives that they have done to inspire change. And immediately underneath the things that they were doing to inspire change, and if you're watching this video, I'm going to share with you my screen so you can see what I see and try to understand why I'm so like miffed, right? Like why I'm miffed at how mad people are. So if you're looking on here right now, you see my page is up and you can see the Juneteenth celebrate freedom, right? And then you scroll down, and like I said, you can see the few little posts that the Giants did, and immediately the first one under it was a supposed New York Giants fan who, of course, doesn't have a picture. And it says, "And today I unfollow your account." Right? And then you can see another person saying, all of the racists up in these comments and laughing. But he's laughing for the same reason that I'm like, myth. Like, why was the racism so heavy underneath this post for the New York Giants? And then I start to think about stuff where people say, oh, well, you know, Coach Gene, the New York Giants will never have a black quarterback as the starting quarterback for a prolonged period as the face of the franchise. The New York Giants will never do this because of a black quarterback. New York Giants will never do that because of a black quarterback. And I always push back at that and I go, it can't be that simple, right? Like, it can't be that they didn't take a black quarterback in the draft because they didn't want a black quarterback to be the face of the franchise. Like, never forget, Russell Wilson is not the face of the franchise. They're not even trying to like promote him as the face of the franchise. Russell Wilson is the bridge quarterback to who they want the face of the franchise to be. Now, I'm not here to tell you that the Giants within themselves are racist. I don't believe that. Or else I would have said that before now. But it's clear, looking at this post from the Giants and all of the people underneath it, that there's a lot of racist Giants fans out here. And some of you are probably going to say, oh, well, it's not you're talking about a small sample size. Hey, it might be a small sample size, right? In the grand scheme of Giants fans, the millions of Giants fans that are out there. But if I'm Giants fans, I would never want to be like represented by this many terrible comments. I mean, just one after another. Someone saying, oh, it's a joke and everyone knows it. Someone calling it gay. Someone talking about, oh, LOL, the organization is lost. We're going 2-15. That's what you got from a Juneteenth post? Is that the organization is lost, right? Thank you, Republicans, for freeing the Democrats' slaves. Stuff like that. Oh, and this one by SMV at to meet Tame the Land. Excuse me, I was trying to make it into a name, but at Tame the Land. Kwanzaa, Juneteenth. What will be the next made-up holiday to prop up the most violent and destructive of our nation? What? Like, neither one of those things promotes violence. They don't promote anything but peace. And you can see that like through these posts. You'll see black people who are Giants fans saying, man, it's wild crazy to see all of the racists just pop out off of a Juneteenth post, right? People saying, all the racist Giants fans, thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. And then this one by Playmaker at Redeem Daughters. Sad it's not the organization that's racist, it's most of the fans. At Giants, respect for honoring it and using the correct colors. 100. Like, to the point where people weren't even using the correct colors. Then right underneath that, this is ridiculous. July 4th celebrates our freedom as a country. As if they don't understand what Juneteenth means and why it should matter, and that it doesn't actually affect anyone negatively, right? So like I'm looking at this and I'm going and I'm going like, what are we doing? Like, why do people feel the need to do this? So like even if you're not racist, right? Even if what you're just saying is stupid and you're speaking out of passion, but you don't consider yourself to be racist. You have black friends. You associate with black people. Blah 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 blah. Why would you say this? The predominance of your team is black. The people who are going to make your team good are black. Without black people in your front office, on your football field, catching the football, blocking, tackling, you wouldn't have a team. If I just quickly in my brain go down the list right now, the offense has 3 white players that start. The 2 guards and the center, and that's only if Evan Neal doesn't start. The defense has 1 white starter. 1. Everybody else who starts for the New York Giants is black. So even if you didn't care about the holiday, wouldn't you want to have like just some empathy or some like feels for the other what 17, right? 18 people who are starters on your football team to actually like, follow, to actually like show love to show that you have their back. Like this world is crazy. I mean, just countless amount. And trust me, some of y'all are saying, "Oh, it can't be that bad." Just go and look for yourself. Go and check it out. Like, go and check it out. Like, people mad because the Giants are celebrating Juneteenth and not saying the 4th of July. Somebody's saying freedom is every day for 365 days of the year. People saying thank a white Republican today. Like, I don't understand this level of vitriol for something that everyone can benefit from, right? Because it doesn't hurt anyone. This dude saying I'm a Giants fan, this makes me sick. My God, the pandering is insufferable. What freedom? Who are we? In other words, they're saying, hey, we as white Giants fans don't support the fact that black people, like, look, that's why our country is in a situation that it is. And if you think this is some type of political whatever, it's not. I'm a black man that covers a team full of black men that is supported by a primarily white fan base. If you look at the demographic numbers, I'm not making these things up. And I have met nothing but countless amounts of awesome, great, like really solid, really good to their core, like white Giants fans. And yet, to see as many of these, it's just, someone says having a national holiday for 13% of the population is ridiculous, especially since that 13% is the most violent part of our society. That can't be any further from the truth. It can't be any further from the truth. Someone says, yeah, whatever. Get your stuff together and start strategizing some wins this season. Juneteenth is an actual holiday, like the Giants are a Super Bowl contender. We celebrate freedom on July 4th. So people not even willing to acknowledge the fact that once this country was won their freedom, they still enslave people. They're not even willing to acknowledge that that happened. Why? Because people are vile. People are despicable. People's hearts aren't always good. And that's unfortunate in a world where we have such gregarious and charismatic figures as Jameis Winston, who just wants to like spread love and caring and bring smiles to people's faces. And he does not look like the people who are saying that a holiday that freed his people, right? That made sure that for once and for all Americans were free, not just certain Americans. Like, they don't want to acknowledge that, and that's sad. Like, how do you think that someone like that on your football team feels, knowing that there are so many people out there that feel the way that these people feel? Just play good football and stop the moral fagging, please. Interesting. Yes, in our league of 90% non-white people, racism is a big problem. Yeah. Right? Yeah, it is. Because while the league is made up of 90% non-white people, the fan bases are not. People are calling this woke. Like, I believe that the people who call things woke don't actually know what woke means. They've tried to hijack woke and turn it into something that it's never meant to be, that it never represented. Like, it's despicable. It's despicable. Somebody said, which holiday is more real? Kwanzaa, Juneteenth, or Toyotathon? And Toyotathon had 88.4%. This is the type of fan base that gets the largest eyeballs, right? The good people who just cheer on their Giants, who just happen to be predominantly black, they don't get the most eyeballs. They don't get the best representation. It's these people. And again, I know a lot of you probably think, hey, this is a small number of people. But it is on a post from the Giants, and it is spouting hate. Today is Juneteenth. Like and share if you love raccoons. That is what people are posting underneath the Giants post about celebrating Juneteenth. People calling it pathetic. People saying that they shouldn't celebrate it. People are saying, let's celebrate Columbus Day in China, guys. Like, just awful human being stuff. Right? Like, just awful human being stuff. People saying that Juneteenth undermines the 4th of July. But it doesn't. It doesn't. Because when the 4th of July happened, there were still slaves in this country. Right? Like, the 4th of July being celebrated while people were still being, you know what? You have to know when there are things that are out there that are designed to divide us. And the comments underneath this Giants post is designed to divide us. It's designed to form a wedge in between people who have no reason to not like each other. We are all here for the same reason. It's because we all have a love and or interest for the New York Giants. So if you have a love or an interest for the New York Giants, and those New York Giants are predominantly black, are you telling me that you don't cheer for the black players on the New York Giants? You just cheer for the Giants organization? Like I don't understand how anyone could look at these comments. And again, if you're not on Twitter, then you don't know, or X, then you don't know. But I would gather to say if I went on Instagram and found a Juneteenth post by someone affiliated with the Giants, that I would probably find just as many negative comments underneath that as well. I 1000% know if I go onto Facebook underneath a Giants post, I'm going to find those, right? Because that's just, Facebook has a bigger audience. It has an older audience. It has people who might laugh in the face of Juneteenth, people who don't care about their racist views and want to have just waited for the opportunity to get off these racist views. And it's sad because, again, these are Giants fans of a team full of black people, right? Giants fans full of a team of black people. But what can we expect when the leadership of our country doesn't respect Juneteenth? When the leadership of our country doesn't respect like anything, like the idea that someone would look at Juneteenth as a useless reason to close down places and have people not work, and the people who are working, they don't like the holiday, they have to do it. Like, this is it's saddened. And I know a lot of you don't come here for commentary, but this is a podcast, right? And it's a Giants podcast. And this is what's happening with the Giants right now. You want me to talk about more about the OTAs and them finishing up and what I think about it? Cool, I'll tell you what I think. I think that all of those players who were out there sweating, working hard, trying to get ready to try to bring the best season to the Giants fans as possible would be utterly mortified to see how some of their fans think about them and their culture and what they've been and what their people have been through. That's what I think about it. I think that if they had the opportunity to pick fans, they would get rid of a lot of those people who call themselves fans, but then degrade the very things that are there that are meant to prop up people who look like them. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I love the energy of Jameis Winston. The story that nobody's talking about that has come out of these OTAs. The story that nobody seems to want to report on, that no one brings light to, is that the best ball thrower in Giants camp, wearing a Giants uniform, is hands down Jameis Winston, and it's not close. It's not that. Don't believe the hype of people telling you that Jackson Dart is having a bad camp or bad OTAs, bad offseason. That's not true. He's just learning. That's all. It's not bad. He's not doing anything that would make people go, oh my God, I can't believe they drafted him. He's not doing any of that. The emphasis has been on getting Russell Wilson up to speed, but don't let anyone lead you to believe that Russell Wilson is out there just outplaying everybody. He is not. The best quarterback that we've seen so far with no shoulder pads on has been Jameis Winston. He is the absolute #1 best ball thrower that they have on this team. You can keep talking to Tommy DeVito about how many restaurants he's taken Jackson Dart to. You can keep looking at pictures of Russell Wilson and them going out to eat and him posting random videos or pictures from the media day. All that's cool. That's great. At the end of the day, when they've been doing work, 7-on-7s, team drills, the best thrower of the football, these are reports that I'm getting from people who were there, has been Jameis Winston. And I can't wait to put the pads on, see it with my own eyes, right? Or have people not report when Jameis Winston looks like the best quarterback out there and nobody says, hey, should we really be thinking about Jameis Winston? Right? I told you what comes with them. And this is not me dissing Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has done what he does everywhere. He ingratiates himself to the culture. He's a company man. He's going to do what he needs to do in order to boost up the morale and be the best leader that he knows how to be. But there's a large faction of people who believe that what that is might be inauthentic. My issue with them is it can't be inauthentic because this is all he's ever done. So this is legitimately Russell Wilson. This is who he is, right? So it's not that I don't think it's authentic. I think it's authentic. I think that what he does is who he is. But I can understand people who might listen to it and go, it sounds. But I want to dispel the rumors because people have been talking. Hey, Abdul Carter, he looks great. There are no pads on. How everybody's talking about you can't look at the quarterback, blah, blah, blah. There's no pass rush, there's no pads, whatever. You definitely can't do that when you're talking about people who play in the trenches. Does he look twitchy? Absolutely. Does he look explosive? Absolutely. Who thought he wouldn't be twitchy and explosive? Everybody thought he was going to look twitchy and explosive. Does he look like Lawrence Taylor? No. And we won't know until he puts some pads on. But I'll tell you, I'm excited to watch him put some pads on. I'm excited to see if they could get away with putting those 3 pass rushers on the field at the same time to pass rush, not to bring one from a linebacker and blitz them, but putting all 3 of those dudes' hands in the dirt along with 97. I'm wondering if they can do that and get away with it in a pass rushing situation. If they can, that'll be scary. If they can, that'll be amazing. I'm looking forward to it. But all the people who are out there, oh, Abdul Carter looks better than advertised. How? He's advertised as a generational talent. So how can he look better than advertised if he's advertised as a generational talent? Doesn't make any sense. The quarterback situation is what it is because that's what they want it to be. Russell Wilson's won, but Jameis Winston has looked the best. And Jackson Dart does not look bad. He just looks like a rookie who's learning. And they're being purposeful about him learning. Everything else has kind of been moot. It's hard to really tell who's doing what, who's getting, right? All of the reports that we're getting, they're saying things, but they're not saying anything, right? There's a lot of people who are saying stuff without saying anything because they got to give content. I'm telling you what's the real. I'm getting this directly from people, uncut, unfiltered. Yo, Jameis Winston's out there throwing that thing. And we all knew he would. The level of confidence you must have to watch everybody try to treat you like you're just some character, like you're just some caricature, and still go out there and spin it like it's nobody's business. That's what you got to love about Jameis Winston. That's what you got to love about these guys with irrational confidence. Like the level of confidence that you go, man, like, how did you, like, what happened in your life that made you so confident that even in the face of all of these people that try to act as if you're not good, you still think you're the best in the world? If they could bottle that up and put that as cologne or perfume, we'd be out of here. We'd be out of here. So, really disappointed in Giants fans, and the fact that there's not more Giants fans coming to the defense or condemning these types of tweets, right? And I felt it on my heart to be able to have to come to you and talk about it, because this is a giant issue, and this is an issue that I'm having. Make sure that you are like and subscribe, and I promise you, when we start getting into training camp, it'll be all football all the time, football issues. But today it was something else. Happy Juneteenth, everyone out there. Yes, it's a real holiday. Yes, it's not going anywhere. Yes, you should take advantage of it, even if you don't celebrate it. You want to know why? Because we take advantage of all the other holidays that we really don't celebrate. You think everybody on July 4th is celebrating freedom? No, they're just wearing red, white, and blue and having cookouts. Everybody's not celebrating freedom. Some people are just happy to have the day off. So if that's what you're into, right? Cool. Keep that same energy for Juneteenth. Hey, and get ready, because I'm excited about what training camp holds this year. I'm looking forward to the joint practices. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do when they put on pads and get after each other. Until next time, I'm Coach Gene Clemons, and I've got a giant issue.